It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Titans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
It's one play at a time, baby. Let's go, baby. Once again, let's go, baby.
Tannehill to the air right off the bat. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate, no turnover either.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
Colby Wadman now on to punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, he'll buy some time right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Murray. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd down at 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
First and goal from the 6. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Steven Anderson from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Tannehill. That pass taken in by Burks. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Colby Wadman now. Here comes Dortch on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Murray now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
We call ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. It's complete, Burks. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Play a little aggressive, baby.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. Caught by Woods. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return, Dortch. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Out to his left. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd and 8. Now Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the shotgun now, here's an instant. Now the ball comes loose. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now here's Colby Wadman. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you don't see a ton of draws called on 1st and 10, and often with good reason, because most defenses are ready for early down runs and often stack the box to limit those gains.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 39, Murray. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Man, they got to let him play.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Murray now. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Rondale Moore, a 6-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to run. First down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hilliard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill on the slant, Burks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Woods on the receiving end of that toss from Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They start with a give to Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Murray. On the right side, caught by Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
First down, Murray. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Quick slant caught by Moore.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Ertz has it left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Murray again. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and goal. Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents were telling them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
As this complete to Woods.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second and inches, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw is Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Colby Wadman to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over first and 10. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Bring it! Come on, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get some fun on what we got to do here.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Connor up the middle. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. The running back, Dontrell Hilliard, has it here. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Flushed out right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. But meanwhile, for the Titans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Finding Ertz again, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing again, Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is now 24. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now it's Tannehill. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Henry running right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Tannehill. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. To the air again, Tannehill. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross
generation. It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Bullock's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what...
And the ball is knocked out. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Tannehill on 1st down. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff running left, Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Excellent work by Marcus Golden shooting into the backfield for the stop.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On the run, this is Hilliard. Gets past one man. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. Touchdown! Derrick Henry! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Connor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Murray going to throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On now is the Titans punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Murray to air it out again. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. As this complete to Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Tannehill. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's do this, man. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's go, y'all.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive will start with Connor, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have it here just past the 25. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, With this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Come on, baby. Rock and roll.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Pick it up.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run here with Connor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out come the Titans now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st down, Tannehill. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Come on, baby, get low. I got you, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Me and you.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They got to want that baby. Let's go. Let's go, man.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.